Well, good evening, YouTubers. I'm on this night watch again, so I'm not out in the woods. A buddy of mine has got some Rhino Tough Zebcos. It's got 1989 on them. I've got one myself, but got 3 of them here, and all of them's in bad shape. I opened up one last night. I was going to do a video last night, but I only had the one, and I opened up that, and the line brake was all brittle and broke off, so I didn't have nothing to fix it with, so I didn't do a video last night. So I got these other 2 and opened them up, and I got the same problem. That one don't even have one on it, which you can use them without it. But if you cast or overcast and your bait's headed for a limb, you could usually hit that and it'd stop the line. But you won't be able to do that with these. And only one of them had it on it, and it's so brittle, as soon as I go to cleaning up on that, that one's going to bust off. So, and it don't have a bait click on it like these 2 do. So I guess between all 3 of them, I can make one that works. And these things are in very bad shape. Nasty in there. I don't know how long it's been. Looks like somebody threw them down on the sandbar on the river and got sand in all of them. They all look like that. So, got my work cut out for me. But I'll get one going. Probably this one right here. It's pretty much seized up too. I'll come back, get this organized, and I'll probably work on this one right here and see if I can get it going. These others I'll just use for parts if I need them. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, let's get started on it. These are nice little reels, made in the USA. And well, this thing's in bad shape. It's not even wanting to turn. Well, I just had this cap off of it. There it goes. Oh, I better look at the back of it. This one might not be the one. I haven't looked at this one yet. I don't know who had these things before, but they're in bad shape. This one ain't as bad as the other ones, but it is sure froze up. Don't want to turn it off. Let's take this cap off here. It looks good in there. Pickup looks like it'd be working. That drag might be, let's see, put that drag all the way down, which I should have done to start with. Alright, take this pin out. I'm curious to see what's got this thing so froze up. It's got that big plastic washer on the top. That come out easy enough. There ain't a drop of grease nowhere, but there's a washer. Got a key washer on the bottom of this spool. There should be a plastic one too. Yep. And it's dried on here. If I can get it without breaking it. Of course, I got more, I guess. There it goes. Alright. It's in good shape. This drag here, the drag plate, it's not all corroded up or anything. Looks pretty good. All this looks good in here. Oh ho. Let's see. Let's take this handle off. Probably corroded all in that. There's a big bushing right there. Take this pin out. It's got a plastic keeper right here. Whoa. Well, it just popped off across the room. Man, this thing all froze up. Alright, I got it. It didn't break or nothing. It was stuck up in there for pretty good though. Boy, got that little washer there. All of it looks in pretty good shape. Wonder if this will come on out of there. I have to take this out first. There's a metal bushing in there. See if I can push it back. That might be problematic getting it out. There it goes a little bit. It pulled out a little bit. It's coming out, but it don't want to. There it goes. Alright. Don't really look all that bad. There ain't a drop of grease in this thing. And I reverse down in there. I don't know. This right here I think is what's froze up on this thing. Push it up. Oh, I think this is the problem, this main gear right here. Boy. Probably ain't supposed to be doing it like this, but it sure ain't won't come out of there. Yeah. Probably I'm going to end up taking one out of one of them other ones. It's going up and down right there. If I could see. That's supposed to just come right on out of there. But it is not doing it. Wow. I've never had that much trouble getting one of them out. We'll see about it. Take this gear out of here. That's your inner reverse right there, and it's pretty tight on there. I'm not going to take it off right now, but all that's got to be cleaned up real good. I guess there's a bearing right there. I don't know if it's a bearing or just bushing or what. It might need to come out of there too. Something that'll go down in there. It's real long. Yeah, that's just a bushing. But it's all corroded up. Nasty. Alright. I do not know. Once I clean this up, clean it up, grease it up, and put it back together is all I know, huh? And see how it does. I got my pan here. I'm just gonna get me some Dawn dishwashing soap and wash all this right here up. I may. That looks good, really. Just needs cleaning up. Put some new grease on it. But I'll go clean all this up and get back to y'all in a flash. Alright, just like that, we are back. Well, this thing cleaned up real good. Got all that cleaned out real good. I just used Dawn soap on this and toothbrush. I used my steel wool on this spool, or my steel brush, that is. On this spool, got it cleaned up good. I'm leaving that line on there to test out my drag later. And of course, I tried to clean that up a little bit just to see, but I knew it was going to break, and just sure enough, just kind of messing with it with a toothbrush broke it. So it's just not going to have one of them on it, I reckon. But other than that, I believe it's going to go back together good and work good. This thing was froze up, but I got it broke loose and working good. So all good. Got this gear cleaned up. That's my inner reverse, and it's pretty tight on there. Don't need to be tightened up. So it's good to go. So alright, let's go back together with this thing. I reckon I'll start on the drag side first. Let me get my... Okay. Alright. Start out. Put a little grease on this here. On the bottom. Just a very little bit. Grease that shaft up there good. Now, this thing was a little bit corroded, but I'm just going to put just a little bit of grease on this just to kind of protect it. It should be fine. Just a little light layer on it. Alright. And you got that drag gear right there. It's got the slotted little deal there. You want to put your slot in that. We'll put it the right direction first. There it goes. And right just like that. Sticking down in there. Then we'll go in with this keyed drag washer here. And that's already greased on the bottom. I'm just putting a little light layer of grease on here. Then we got the plastic one. Another little light layer on it. Oh yeah. I believe it's going to work just fine. I am hoping real good anyway. Just spool back on here. I want to get on the outside just a little bit here. I'll get that inside there pretty good too. Try to keep y'all in frame. I'll try not to get none on my rivets there. But yeah, put this back on there. Yes sir. And we'll put our washer back on top right here. It's keyed also. It's just going on the outside here. Then all we got to do is put our key back in here. That's easy enough. Alright. Then we got our pickup without the little line break on there. I guess that's what you call that thing, but I'm going to grease this right here where it rubs against that cam on this part here. Oh, not much. Just a little gob right there. Make sure that slides around that cam pretty good. And I will put a little drop of oil on that little spring right there. I'm hoping I ain't getting my fat fingers in the way. And that's nice and loose. That pickup looks good. See, I had to get the wire brush to all that to get it cleaned up, clean it out good with a Q-tip. So it's good to go now. I'm going to put a little bit of this grease on the inside of that with my Q-tip. And a little on the outside here to get it back down in there. I'll use it a little bit down in here too to get it where it'll go in good. There's not a bearing in this reel here. That's just a bush in there. Stick it down in there. Clicked into place. Yeah, just like that. Alright. Alright, next thing. Wipe my hands, they're greasy. Alright. Get this here. That was all good and tight. Now that's your anti reverse, and I never even took it off, but it's real good and tight. I'm just going to put a little grease on this around this back side and a little on this shaft here. Gonna have to go in with this bushing first. This bushing here, I cleaned it with the wire brush also, and cleaned it out with the Q-tip. Now you got to have that anti-reverse. Have that clip there set down. I can't see if, I hope y'all can see this, in that little seat there on that little anti-reverse right there. Just got to go right down in that seat there. Alright. Try to angle that thing in there where it'll sit down in there, just like that. And it's down in that seat there. Now I can put my bushing back in here. Little trial and error there. Alright. Yeah, it's not all the way in. There it goes. Yeah. That's what the problem is right there, is there's a break in this casing right here unless you push that thing up too far. Alright, there's the anti-reverse working now. Alright, I got to put that clip back in there now. I'm going to put it back in the same way it come out, that little lip right there pointing toward that gear. Snap it down in there. Line it up first. Sorry if I get y'all out of frame a minute, I got it kind of cockeyed. Alright, down straight. Just like that. Alright. And our reverse is in the seat good. Now, see if we can go back in with this thing. That was my big problem a while ago. But it got it all freed up now. We'll put a little grease on this here shaft here. A little on this gear. Yes, sir. Alright. I'm going to grease this gear right here. All you want to do is get that grease on the gear itself right there. You don't want to go everywhere else with it, because everywhere else you get it, that's where it's going to be. It ain't going to be doing a bit of good nowhere else. Grease it up good. Alright. We can go back together with this thing. I'm going to put me a drop of oil on the spring. It's down in there good. Well, it's working good now. sir. Alright. Go back in here. Alright. Remember a while ago that thing would not even turn. Oh yes sir. Smooth as a baby's bottom. That's what I'm talking about. Alright. Got your bait click. And I reverse. Alright. We are ready to go back with this thing. Stick the back on this thing. I'm going to put a little drop of oil on this drag right there, just for good measure. Just a little drop of oil on this right here. Oh, that feels good. Stick the back on this thing. I will stick a little grease right here on this deal here. Just a little bit. Alright, I hope y'all are learning from this like me. I kind of learn as I go. Yes sir. All that wasn't doing that before. Put this washer back on this handle. Put this handle back on here. Alright. I will put a little drop of oil down each one of these, just to say I did. Alright. Give that a little tighten. Screw this cap back on here. Hold that handle. Alright. I hate it that that ain't on there, but can't do nothing about it right now. I just have to tell him to look on tackleservice.com. You could probably order anything he needs. And I will put it down here somewhere on this video. Just cap back on there good with the drain hole at the bottom. Oh yeah. See that drag? Hear that drag going good? Yeah. I like it, like it, like it. Yes sir. Reeling in good. But that's it. Rhino Tough. Got some 10-pound, he got some 8-pound line he wants to put on it, which is good. But that's it. Rhino Tough. Zebco 33. Hope y'all enjoyed that. Hope you learned something, just like I did. And I believe this will be a good reel for years to come. Hope y'all like this. Subscribe. Y'all get outside, go do something. Thanks for watching this. Hope you watched it to the end. See y'all.